Easy guys, what's cracking? Might as well get started. I'm gonna try out this game, Wicked Seed. I've heard people say some good things about it, even though it looks like a an Unreal asset flip, but it seems like a Parasite Eve style game. Seems kind of cool, so I think I'll check it out. Hopefully the game audio is not too loud here. Let me just check the audio and everything. That's cool. It doesn't mute the audio here. Turn the background music off for a second while I just check audio is going through. Turn the background music off for a second while I just check audio is going through. Turn the background music off for a second while I just check audio is going through. Turn the background. We do have game. We've got game audio as well. Okay. Let's get going then, I suppose. Hard it is.
My name is Ella Astor, and I'm a private investigator.
I investigate people's privates.
It's been years since
I'm not
I've
gonna do
heard from
that. That is such a fucking DSP
Then last
thing.
week, I got a letter from him.
Fucking have a go at me for that shit.
He asked me to investigate the company he's working for. If he reached out to me, of all people, I must have been the only one he could trust. He told me to meet him at his cabin at the Seaside 6. And if anything should happen to me, hopefully this recording helps you track me down.
How does the recording help track down? It's telling me like where you're going and where you're going to be. Like I don't know how the recording's going to help to track you down, unless it's like got metadata on the recording, like your location.
This doesn't look good.
This is fucking horrible. Fucking this frame rate. What is this frame rate? Fucking 30 FPS, bro. What's going on? This game capped at 60. Game capped at 60, bro. Bro, what? What? Hell no. Hell no. Ain't no way, bro. What's going on here? Don't link Microsoft Store. We ain't doing no 60 FPS shit, mate. Let's give it a fucking lossless scaling, bro. Come on, let's go. Adaptive will be fine, I think. What's going on with my fucking left click, man? What's going on? Control Shift S. What's going on, bro? Oh, someone's at the door. One second, guys. Back in a second. Sorry about that. It was a delivery for Amazon. You'll never believe this controller that I bought for the Switch 2, and I bricked the fucking the controller. Can you believe it? But please be sincere for once. You left all the Souls-like games running just to accumulate hours right now, man. I watched your Demon Souls VOD and you don't even know basic game mechanics that are the exact same to all of them. What do you mean I don't understand basic game mechanics? You mean because I absent-mindedly forgot that enemies respawn, even though people saw me play Dark Souls 2 on stream? So you think that that's a mechanic that I'd understand for sure? Because I played Dark Souls 2 on stream. So I know that that's the thing. I just absent-mindedly forgot, realised, just didn't say anything, and you guys picked up on it. And I'm like, oh yeah, true, yeah, I know that. I just said it at the time. Like, what other basic mechanics did I not understand? Did I not get? Bro, this is some crazy frame gen not working situation here. Look at this warping. Even you guys can see this fucking warping. I can't even use frame gen. The frame rate's so hard locked I can't frame gen it. Bro. 60 FPS. We on, man, bro? Right, okay. 60 FPS gameplay here on the in 2026. Some crazy controls here. I'm not getting any button prompts. Well, I mean, I'm getting button prompts, but I've got no like tutorial tips or anything like that. What we got? I know it's been years since we last spoke. I'm sorry for that. It's all my fault. Ooh.
This doesn't sound like him. He must really be in trouble.
XP is a measure of Ella's combined experience, knowledge, and confidence gained on her journey. XP can be acquired from killing enemies, finding new items, discovering new locations, solving puzzles, and so on. Acquiring enough XP in Ella will level up and increase her combat attributes. There we go. In case you didn't know how an RPG worked. Yeah, you have played Dark Souls 2 for 3 to 4 hours. That still does not explain you not knowing things after having multiple hundreds of hours in total across all of them, even claiming you finished it. Having streamed, look, man, look, guys, like, if I go Elden Ring, for example, if I go Elden Ring, I go 73 hours on thing. I've got achievements here. I've got achievements that are unlocked that would require me to have actually have played the game to some degree. Obviously, I don't have all the achievements. I never completed the game, but Red Wolf defeated the Red Wolf of Radagon, defeated the Leonian Misbegotten, defeated. So there's bosses here that have been defeated. You know what I'm saying, that I've beaten. You know, Dark Souls 3. You know what I'm saying? In Dark Souls 3, we've got 5 achievements here. We've got discover the way of Blue Covenant, defeat the Vorted of Boreal Valley. So that's another boss. Like, there's a whole bunch of bosses and stuff that I've beaten here on. Yeah, but how can I can't just leave it open and get these achievements, can I? I have to have played the game to have got these achievements. Is that get it open in order to get the hours, and the one getting the achievements because going to be a cousin. But my cousin doesn't even live in the same city as me. And then all these going back to like 2016, 2015, like what? Like, oh, I just call up my cousin. Look, I need achievements unlocked. I need you to do them for me. I can't do them. I just need to like play a whole bunch, leave it open, and then not only do I leave it open, but I also have to have somebody legitimately play the game as well. That makes no sense. Yeah, I suppose I could give him my account, but I don't give my account to nobody, no relatives, nothing like that. I don't do none of that. Holy shit, bros. Left trigger to run, very strong. Under no circumstances are you to let alone, are you to let anyone, I mean anyone, pass.
Well, there's nobody here to stop me.
It's a roadblock. A very convincing footstep sounds.
hell happened there? What is this red light?
Bro, you literally got stuck in the starting area of Dark Souls 2 for 3 to 4 hours because I didn't know where to go.
Shit.
I couldn't remember which way to go, isn't it? And that was the only reason I got stuck because I
this.
couldn't get past the boss or anything like that. I was literally stuck because I didn't know where to go. I knew that there was another area I wanted to get to, and I couldn't remember how to get to it. And the pathway was hidden away. It was difficult to find. It was made that way on purpose to be difficult to find. No way someone who honestly got that many hours in Souls-like games so in total would complain about simple basic game mechanics like you did. It's a simple basic mechanic of forgetting that the enemies were going to respawn. And the only reason why I thought that is because for some reason, because I died and lost my human form, for some reason I thought because I respawned as a fucking spirit, for some reason I didn't think the normal Souls rules would apply. But I was just wasn't thinking about it correctly. I just made a mistake in thought. And that is all. Right. Invisible wall. A simple game mechanic like the enemies would respawn like they always do in every Souls-like game, without exception. Yeah, but you know, it's a game I've not played before. That maybe there's different rules, and all I did was, like I say, but I would already know this from Dark Souls 2. When did I die in Dark Souls 2 and go, oh, all the dudes have respawned? Obviously, I'm familiar and know, and for whatever reason, just absent-mindedly forgot. For some reason. So I'm not allowed to make a mistake ever, as always. As you always prove, Loktar, I'm not allowed to make mistakes. Okay, this is a good starting area. There's literally nowhere to go. Am I missing something here? Not weird in the... Yeah, okay. Oh, here we go. You're allowed to make mistakes, but not when you're having so many hours to across Souls-like games which will have the exact same mechanics, then no. But I died multiple times up to that point and enemies had respawned before, right? So like, why would I say that unless I was just generally not thinking, just making a mistake? Maybe I'm just like, trying to like, you know, do a stream and I'm trying to like, you know, talk and converse and I'm saying things in my mind about thinking about the things that I'm thinking before saying them and realizing, no, of course enemies respawn, it's a Souls game. But because you're in the, you know, you're trying to talk and you're trying to like, you know, interact with the audience or whatever, sometimes the things come out before they're properly processed in the brain. Yeah, okay, whatever. Right, okay. Why am I allowed to look at this? Because there's a body down there or something? Is that right? So I want to get down there. Am I going down this way? Abrupt cutscene. Because you don't know. Yeah, okay, whatever, exactly. Well, what else can I say? You know, I'm giving you the explanation that's honest and literal, and you won't accept it. So once you don't accept the actual truth of the matter, there's nothing else I can say except, yeah, okay, whatever. And then you're going to use that against me, even though it's the only thing I can say.
There's something out there. Ugh. What kind of animal could do this?
Take this FPS counter off real quick. The blistering 60 FPS that we're getting here. Is this our... Oh look, an arm. Well, there's something down there, but I think that's just a fingerprint on my OLED monitor. I need to wipe the screen. Seaside 6, 2.1 miles, which is 3. You were right, Mike. You were right. This camping trip is just what I need to take my mind off things. There's a certain peacefulness knowing that nobody in the world knows where we are.
I hope the campers are safe.
A weird thing to say, isn't it? Perfect time to die when no one knows where you are. You were literally holding it against Joshi, who told you the exact truth, and you used that against him. No, he doesn't. He never said the truth. He used something completely randomly, not necessary to do so, in order to get out of an argument. It's not the same. I need to get to a save point and try see if it's compatible with NVIDIA Smooth Motion.
It's getting dark.
It's already dark. What are you talking about?
I need to
It's not
hurry
getting
and
dark,
find
it
Jacob's
already is
cabin.
dark. Seaside 6, because then people make this like very jovial, clearly kind of like pixel art, clip art on a wooden sign attached with no background. Like someone just put a sticker on the sign. Professional touch there, convincing. Seaside 6. Thank you, greetings, thank you for staying with us at the Seaside 6 Honeymoon Lodge. We hope you have an unforgettable experience taking in all that part of Maine has to offer. Please fill out the comment card and if you have anything else you wish to share with us. He said the truth and you denied
wrong
it.
with the
No,
animals around here?
there was no reason to say it, Locktar. There's no reason to jump to migraines when he could have said, I just don't remember a long time ago. All he had to say. Instead, he has to go this extra step to use an emotional argument style to get out of an argument, rather than just being honest and saying, I don't remember. He's got to go to this extra unnecessary emotional step that isn't required or necessary, completely random, completely overblown. And that's what he's getting mocked for. Whether it's the truth or not is irrelevant to the fact that he's using this emotional leverage to get out of an argument rather than just stating, I just don't remember, it was a long time ago, and that's that, what else can I say? And just sticking to the guns. Instead, he wants to invoke the medical condition, which just doesn't really, that only adds to the argument that you don't have a legitimate argument to begin with, and there's some kind of deceit or bad faith occurring in order to go to an emotional get out of jail free card invoking the medical condition. That's the logic behind it, right? For no reason other than saying the thing you struggle with no one else, and even looking through the moment, rereading the message you confirmed, you said it was a long time ago, and it should just have ended with that. Followed up, but it should have just ended with that, but it didn't. Josh took it to invoking the migraine level, so he didn't end with that, did it? Because he took it there. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're literally saying like he was held at gunpoint or something to force. I forced him to use the medical condition to get out of there. He could have just said a long time ago, I don't remember. That's all I can say. The thing that was said is doable, and it doesn't matter. None of these contextual things are relevant to what my argument is. He invoked the medical condition as an emotional trigger to get out of the argument, which is suspicious in and of itself to do that. It would make you think that they're arguing from bad faith. Why can't you accept this very real, very plausible, very genuine and logical refutation of the situation? That is it, and you don't believe it. They're rereading his message. You yourself agreed that it should just have ended there. Yeah, but it didn't, did it? Because he took it to the medical condition. It didn't because you, Joe. I didn't make him say anything. Continuously did not believe it, even though you yourself said that it should just have ended there by rereading the entire thing. But it didn't, did it? He had to invoke the medical condition. You get saying he was lying for no reason other than struggling using the controller. Yeah, but if he was telling the truth and he didn't remember, then he wouldn't have to invoke the medical condition, would he? He would just keep saying, I don't remember, it was a long time ago. He doesn't have to take it to the other level, does he? He doesn't have to do that. He would only do that if there was some kind of bad faith involved. Because it's a blatant lie, something that did not start the entire spiral. It didn't because you kept calling him a liar. And said it was a good reason. I called him a liar one time and said I don't believe it. And then he invoked the medical condition. What kind of sicko would do this? Do what? It's just, oh, is it blood? It's supposed to be blood on the wall or something? It's too dark to see. If I had a flashlight, maybe. The flashlight goes through the wall. Oh, it's a dead bird. There we go. He explained why he struggled. He didn't explain anything. None of that is relevant to the situation. All he had to say is, look, dude, Joe, it was a long time ago. I just don't remember. And that's the honest truth. What else could I say to that? I can just say, well, I don't believe you. That's my prerogative to do that. If I don't believe him, that's my prerogative. He has to come to the conclusion that, look, I can't convince you. It's a long time ago. That's all there is to it. End of story. You either believe me or you don't believe me. I chose not to believe him. End of story. But he had to go to the medical condition. He had to invoke the medical condition.
Hello? Is anyone here? Looks like the power's out.
Whatever gave you that idea? The fact that you got to use a flashlight? Oh, here we go. Save slot. Confirm. Right, and then we go out, exit the desktop. Exit to desktop. Quick. To Steam. I mean to, not there. Nope. To NVIDIA app. Don't want a firmware update for my controller, thank you very much. It's doing it against my will. Just refresh it. It probably won't show up in the list, but maybe it will. Okay, we're gonna have to add the program then. Where did I install it? Wicked Seed. What do we got? What do we got? We got any support for smooth motion? We do. On. Let's go. Let's see if that works. We're just gonna get the weird effect. Wrong. It is not required to explain things as if you are a baby. He doesn't have to explain anything. Nothing needs to be explained. I choose not to believe him, which is my right to do so, and he can't do anything to convince me. But because he's so determined to say that I'm wrong or to prop up the lie, he's going to go the extra level to use, like, essentially emotional blackmail to convince me or to try and make out that I'm a bad guy. So there's bad intentions behind what he's doing because there's no reason to go there. No reason to go there whatsoever. And you won't accept this as an argument. You still just want to continue to make out that I'm the bad guy, thus proving once again that you're always against me no matter what. And I guess this means that smooth motion isn't going to work and it's going to crash the game. But fact of the matter still is, the exact same reason you did not believe Joshy in the moment is the exact reason I do not believe you. Yeah, but you don't actually have a reason. Like, Josh's got a consistent track record of lying and being disingenuous. You're lying about literally everything and demand. I don't lie about anything. I've never lied about one thing ever once. Demand reality must change to pamper to your emotions. No, it doesn't. It's like I haven't lied about anything. You can't prove that I've lied about anything, and you just want to claim that I'm a liar about things. And now you're doing the very thing. Like, so Josh has, like many of you, claim they can hear footsteps in Hunt Showdown when you clearly can hear footsteps. So I know you guys are liars. Right? I know you guys are liars. I know you guys can't be trusted. You don't have anything or any grounds to ever to even say in any way, shape, or form that I've lied about anything or is a liar, because I don't lie and haven't lied. So you'll never be able to do that. we are working. I think this feels a bit smoother. I think this is actually 120. Yeah, this is actually smooth. Yeah, there we go. Smooth motion works. Beer. Your offense has permanently increased by 3. I'm not sure that's how beer works, but okay. And we know that you are lying. Where? Because you're purposely making things up in order to justify dying for no other reason than I refuse to self-reflect. Such as what? It's not proving that I'm lying. You just don't believe me. That's not proof. Just because you don't believe me does not prove I'm a liar. A health elixir. Press Y to open your menu from here. You can view your items, equipment, costumes, and more. We've got costumes in the beastery. The costumes, do we have? We only got one. We've only got one costume. Notes, status. Do we have an inventory? Sort inventory. Well, where is the inventory? Oh, the inventory's not right there. Let's see. It requires a simple lock. How can I go out this side then? A health drink, just like Silent Hill. I do not believe lies, correct? No, you just don't believe me. You don't know that they're lies. You got no logic, no evidence. You don't have anything, not a shred of nothing to determine or even suggest that I'm a liar. You can only claim it literally based on nothing. Incorrect. I do believe you when you're telling the truth, but I do not believe lies, no matter who they're coming from. So why do you think that I'm lying when I've literally told you the truth? And the way in which I've said it is without having to think about it, telling you exactly the reason why I was thinking at the time would suggest that it's not a lie, because a lie would require some thinking time to think of a story in order to persuade you. Yeah, I can just tell you exactly what I was thinking at the time on reaction, and that was that I was thinking, oh, because you die, you go into spirit form, maybe you don't respawn, and because I'm chatting to you guys in chat, trying to, you know, talk in the moment, I'm not thinking about the things that I'm saying and just saying it. Like, would I have just come out with that, been able to just back that up without like having time to actually think of a reason to lie to you with? Like, doesn't the fact that I just went straight off the bat, bang, this is the reason why, that makes complete and utter total sense, not prove that I am in fact telling the truth, because there was literally no time for me to think of a story that would convince you. It's just literally what it is. Because I can point to multiple in-game mechanics that would explain 100% the same exact outcome, but just because you can explain it with an in-game mechanic doesn't mean that they're not cheating. Like, a cheat could look identical to an in-game mechanic if they're playing around your perception of what you can see. Like, if they're always using no footsteps, or if they're teleporting, fast moving around out of sight, how could you ever determine that they were doing that? Because you would never be able to see it. And if they've got an aimbot to look like a human aim, how would you ever know that it was an aimbot if it looks identical to the human thing? Just because something could mirror the in-game mechanics, or in-game mechanics could explain a situation, does not mean that cheats aren't being used. So having that as an argument is not good enough. Just because you can explain it with in-game mechanics doesn't mean that it is. But when you've got a track record of consistent patterns over and over again, then it would lean towards cheaters rather than it being in-game mechanics. So we picked up something over there. We've got a thing on the wall here. That's a gate. The electronic lock has been released. How would you ever know any of this stuff is doing something without just clicking on everything? Level 3, you feel stronger. Continue the Seaside 6 cabin. There's something in here. Oh look, there's bread on the table. It's bread. Someone must have been here recently. No, that fire could have been turned on. Oh look, there's a monster there. You've encountered an enemy. The enemy location has been sealed off from all enemies until all enemies are killed. You're currently outside of your weapon's optimal range, making any attack deal reduced damage. This music's super loud. Move closer to the enemy and queue up an attack command by pressing the display button. Left corner, selecting it's so loud. This audio is independent of any of the audio music, any of the audio options in the game. Pursue you and begin attack range within their attack range. You can dodge any attack or something. Attack range close to the enemy. Kill three attack commands. Actually stronger than they are. And you actually kill.
What the fuck was that thing?
You got a track record of consistent lying about in-game mechanics being something they are not. Name one example of that. Instead of adding a new evidence to explain why it must be cheating, then you are losing credibility instead of increasing it. No, it's not. Like it's not. That's you're just saying a thing. There's no logic there at all. Like, instead of adding new evidence to explain why it must be cheating, what do you mean by new evidence? Like, what does that even mean? You're just saying a thing. New evidence. Like, if I'm being cheated and I'm explaining why I think that's a cheat, for whatever reason, whether it's because of the circumstances in which I was killed, or because of their pattern, their names, their profile, game bans on record, or anything like that, that is the evidence. What do you mean by new evidence? It'll just be the evidence that is there. You're just saying something, and it just doesn't mean anything. Explain why it must be cheating, and you're also losing credibility instead of increasing it, because the moment you're demanding only your explanation is the only way, completely ignoring the game. I'm always arguing for probability. I've told you this before, like, I'm arguing for what I think is most likely, not what is necessarily true. I've told this a million times. That's a weird audio distinction. While they add a certain audio section as a part of the game, it's just cheapo indie game, isn't it? Sus Hunt Player 20, 21, 22, 23. That's just like, they're just numbers, you're not saying anything. You outright denying it does not magically mean it's not the case. It just means you refuse to believe reality. But we're arguing for probability. Like, just because an in-game mechanic can explain it doesn't make it probable. Like, because cheating is so prevalent, it's more likely to be cheats than not cheats in this day and age, because there's just no way that in a non-cheating environment you would lose as much as you do in any video game. Like, the losing rate for a legitimate player is just far higher than it should be, than it ever was in previous years. Literally, it's far more probable than he's. No, it's what you believe to be more probable. That's the distinction you're not making, Locktar. What you believe to be more probable. Cheating is worse than it's ever been. It's a multi-million-dollar business. Even the Reddit that showed not that long ago of Arc Raiders, somebody who went in with their wall hacks and their cheats and studied game after game after game and came to the conclusion that 70% of the players in the game were cheating in Arc Raiders. 70% of the players were cheating. So you're living in a game where you literally can go in and 70% of the people in your game are cheating. So you are living in the times where it is far more probable you're being cheated than it to be explained away by in-game mechanics. And smart cheaters are going to try and make it harder to detect them so that it seems more like it can be explained away by in-game mechanics. Your refusal to accept this possibility just shows how one-sided you are and not logical and completely contrarian against anything I have to say in order to position me as always being wrong and the bad guy. Plants, can we pick these plants up? No. Oh no, but this is back at the beginning. Do I don't want to be here, do I? Do I have to go back? Is it this door? There was this gate that opened, right? No, that is the truth. It's literally part of the game, and it's far more like. No, it's not. That's just your belief. Just because it's part of the game doesn't make it more likely. That's just your personal bias to believe that. Even though I've just given you the example of Arc Raiders, of a cheater who've proven using his own cheats that 70% of the players in Arc Raiders are cheating. One of those popular extracted shooters in the game. And cheating is a societal issue, not a game-specific one. While you might have differences in the amount of cheats in some games here or there for various reasons, generally speaking, if 70% of the people are cheating in Arc Raiders, then expect the vast majority of people to be cheating in every game that you play. Like I've said for ages, everyone's cheating in video games, bro. The Arc Raiders, like Reddit from like a few months back, literally only proves that I'm correct and that everybody's cheating. Literally explaining why your evidence is insufficient when it's shown as in-game mechanics, because you would never know which is at what point. That's arguing my case. No, it's wrong. It's your personal bias. But it's not. I'm based on the actual evidence and the actual things that exist. You just want to rely on in-game mechanics because you want to dismiss all the other evidence of cheating. Oh shit. Like I said, everyone is cheating in video games. Okay, just admitted to being cheating. Like I said, my position is that basically everyone, I'm being hyperbolic. When I say everyone, not everyone, I'm being hyperbolic. It's up to you to use your intelligence and understand that we're all intelligent people and understand what people are saying and don't need to be deadly, pedantically specific about things when you're dealing with intelligent people, unless you're a retard, which I'm not, and I hope you are not as well. That you will understand that when I say everyone, it's a hyperbolic statement, meaning the majority, the vast majority, but not literally everyone. And the account of the Arc Raiders cheater that says 70% of people are cheating would support my past arguments that everyone, in quotations, is cheating in video games. A high indicator of a person with a low IQ outright just deny what the opposition is saying before anything else. Yeah, that's what you're doing, Lockdown. Literally what you do. I'm using my intelligence. You're not though, are you? Because you're just ignoring everything that I'm telling you and just dismissing it, which is what you just said is the symptom of somebody with low IQ. Which is how I'm proving that your evidence is insufficient, because you would never know whether or not it's cheats. So you're just going to ignore the fact that I've just literally given you the example of the Arc Raiders cheater who went in and did game after game after game after game, recording the amount of people that he ran into that were cheating, and came to the conclusion, statistically, that about 70% of the player base was cheating in Arc Raiders. So you're just going to ignore that evidence that supports what I've been saying for many years now, that everyone, in air quotes, is cheating. You're just going to ignore that.
Hey, is anyone here?
No, they're all empty tents. There's giant tents, massive tents. Mike, if for some reason you find this, then please be careful. These campsites are all empty, and the animal I thought was a deer, it wasn't. Okay. Okay. What was it then?
These creatures must have been following her.
These creatures, an old response seems to be joined. Okay. Thank you, Joe. I appreciate your admission. I have not admitted to defeat. big one that I didn't drink. Oh man, I'm blocked off here. Health drink. I'm guessing health drink probably recovers less health than a health elixir. So let's go. Let's see. Yeah, small amount of health you haven't used. There we go. Guess I can jump over that. Use giant tents. I can't believe this. After weeks of pleading, I was finally allowed to take new prototype glasses out for the weekend. I lost them. Prototype glasses.
I wonder if the glasses are still there.
Why would you care? They're just fucking glasses. They're magic glasses that I just somehow know that they're special tactical glasses that tell me information about the monsters that I'm fighting. That's what it would be, right? Tactical glasses, the meta smart glasses. Let's check the building first. Oh, nice. Of a weapon that initially can be used to block enemy attacks and clear certain obstacles like boarded up doors. It makes no sense to be used for blocking attacks, but okay. Plastic bin full of nails. Okay. Somehow it's not used on its own. Can make marked by items, select item inventory, start minor process, about different items. Oh, and that's all my scrap then. There we go. Get some power off on it anyway. An empty cup. What does it do? Drink some coffee? Some coffee at a rest area. What does it do there? Does it heal me and I've just wasted it? It heals you. I wasted it. There we go. I wasted my health drink and I wasted the coffee. Oh, storage. So I have limited amount of space then, do I? Okay. I guess I can keep that in there. I don't know what the box of nails and the rusty coin are for, so I better keep hold of them for now. I'm assuming that I used the cup to fill up the coffee machine, so I can just keep that in the inventory and take the empty cup out whenever I want to make a coffee. I'm assuming that it's going to be like Resident Evil and these inventory boxes will transport my goods around the map. Do I go this way or do I go the other way that I could go? There's no map or anything. Have a look down here. There's a rumble when they are pursuing you or performing an action, attacking them, and during this they will inflict a counter hit which deals increased health to psychodynamic damage. Take care not to get greedy with your attack, give yourself time to move out of the way. Okay. Nothing blocked with this. Not locked onto enemies. So what if I change that target and then like attack this dude?
Assholes.
It worked pretty well. I mean, I should heal, but I'm tempted to sort of go back to see if I can use that coffee cup. And I just get free heals. See how it works. I've got a feeling you probably only use it every so often, or like maybe even once per safe room. What have I just done there? Did I just do something? Fill up a cup to go. I can't do that. I can take a break. Fully restores health, but enemy encounters will respawn. I see. Just like Dark Souls. Holy shit. Okay. I like the statue.
I guess I'm not getting in from here.
I would be a million times more likely to believe anything you were saying just from the start if you were capable of acknowledging your evidence is insufficient. The moment standard in-game mechanics can explain the exact same thing. Not if the person that has killed me in a suspicious circumstance. They don't have hardly any games on their account. They're from the usual suspects or have consistent patterns that are associated with cheaters. Why would you rely on in-game mechanics being the explanation when there's so many other factors to consider? It makes no sense. It's just you just think the explanation of in-game mechanics is sufficient information, but it's not. It's just your bias. You refuse to acknowledge that, and thus I refuse to believe what you are saying because you tried to bend reality to fit narrative. No. I take all of the evidence into account and then make an assessment based on probability. What you do is because what you're saying you've just admitted to saying this in your own words, is that you're saying if an in-game mechanic can explain it, then that's it. You should just focus on that. That's all you need to do. In-game mechanics explains it. You don't need to explain anything else. If the in-game mechanics explain it, that's it. Case closed, problem resolved, right? So you're saying that's it, in-game mechanics are solved, therefore ignore everything else. And what I'm doing is I take everything on board and then I make an argument of probability based off of all of the evidence that I've seen, whereas you're choosing to ignore things just because one thing explains it. I don't do that. I take all the information and then make my argument on probability, which is what you not do. Standard in-game mechanics is not good enough, and you need to make it. You haven't actually explained or supported why in-game mechanics are good enough to explain it. You're just saying that it should be, and that you do that, and I should do that as well, but you're not explaining why that is. We need a key. Ella will make a note. Monsters across mystery can be accessed from the status menu. Blah 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 blah. Wonder what graphics setting will help like turn down that glimmer. Makes it worse, man. Bloom on. I don't think any of those are going to do anything. Whoa, I think making it worse. Is it always that way? Joe is outright denying what is being said because it does not fit his narrative, like always. Like, denying what is being said. No, I've literally acknowledged what you said and directly refuted it. You just say that I'm denying it because I'm disagreeing with you, even though I'm supporting what I'm saying, and you have yet to support what has been asked. You have still yet to explain why in-game mechanics, just because in-game mechanics can explain something, why that should be preferred over any other form of evidence that could suggest otherwise. I have the wood in my cabin. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, okay.
I guess they never got around to fixing the bridge.
And then doing it again and proving the point and doing it again. I'm asking you to clarify your position. What is this? RE cross XCOM is this? It's more like a Parasite Eve, I guess. I told Joe that I did not believe him properly playing Souls-like games when he claimed to have accumulated over 200 hours, so knowing the most basic game mechanics that are across every single one of them. And I said in my defense that because I lost my human form, became a spirit one, I just thought for some reason that I was still in the same game and hadn't really died, that I'd just gone to the spirit form, and I didn't think about it and just said it because I'm streaming and I'm trying to converse with the game to, you know, so that there's not like dead silence when I'm trying to be entertaining in air quotes. So I hadn't thought about what I was thinking, and then realized silently to myself, no, it's a Dark Souls game, of course enemies are going to respawn. And then that's when Josh came and says, oh, I thought you played Dark Souls, and you know, that's what I'm saying, yeah, true, I agree. Like, I thought that, I did think that to myself, but I just didn't say anything. But of course, I'm not allowed to explain myself with the truth. And the fact that I was able to come up with that and explain that straight off the cuff without having to think about it should suggest that it is the truth. Because if it was a lie, I'd have had to have thought up a story that would convince you. And honestly, like, I probably could have thought of a better lie, right? Blocking attacks with the axe. I don't understand the point of the block. You can just move out of the way, right? So you can get a double stone throw staggered. Whoa. A delayed stagger. I'm not sure you know how lies work there, Joe. Yeah, you mean, like, the truth is simple, lies are complicated. Lies are complicated because you have to think of a story to get people to believe it. So it takes processing time to think of a lie. If you're just telling the truth, then it'll just be simple. It'll be straight off the cuff because it's the truth. There'll be no delaying giving someone the truth. But if you have to stop and think about it, then you're probably constructing a lie, aren't you? Because you've got to think about what you're saying. Got some wooden planks. Oh, that's for the bridge. I can use them for the bridge, isn't it? Woodonius plancus. Careful, Joe. Them little rancor things want to give you their wicked seed. Yep. The truth truly is simple. That's why the truth simply can explain your lies, such as there's a large screen text saying you died, followed by respawning, which is not consistent with your lies. Yeah, I suppose, but like I said, I wasn't really thinking about it. I was just speaking and not thinking about it. I mean, it's literally can't be any more simple than that. You're literally looking for reasons to say that I'm wrong, rather than me just being absent-mindedly saying stupid things that obviously aren't true. As I said, like, I played Dark Souls 2 on stream, so like clearly I'm aware of this mechanic. I've not missed an area, have I? I suppose is your argument for you lying, yeah. What do you mean? I suppose. As I said, I do not believe lies, no matter who tells them. Well then, but it's not a lie, so you obviously have a problem in understanding and detecting what the truth is in the first place. This cannot be used here. What, the wooden planks on the wooden bridge? This is the bridge, right? What else are the wooden planks for? Let's go back down here again just to check I haven't missed another area. And you got stuck in Dark Souls for 2, 3, 4 hours. No, I got stuck because I didn't know where to go, not because I couldn't beat a boss or anything like that. Can't be over from the other side. Like, the fact that I played Dark Souls 2 and I was literally asking, but isn't there the place where you can go, like this other area that you can go to that I'm looking for, that I know you can go to, but can't remember where it is that you go? Like, I'm literally saying that, like, if I knew this place existed, why would I be stuck looking for it if I hadn't previously played the game and knew that it was there? Again, this is like what you call logic, critical thinking right here, that you're not employing. You're refusing to not think critically. So he played the game for me back in 2016, 2015, and he said, remember, Joe, in the future when you stream this game to prove that you do in fact play Dark Souls, remember, there's a hidden area that's hard to find that you got to say that you're looking for when you're going to struggle looking for it, but you know that it exists. Can you see how ridiculous this whole narrative that you're forming is? Right, I've not been this way, the red path, right? I didn't come down this way, right? Oh, this must go round to the other side, and then it opens the gate. Can you always throw a stone? You can. Okay. Might be able to crawl under there. They're saying the game's like kind of jank and very, very, very indie, very, very rough. It isn't that terrible to play. It does seem quite like a decent game, even though it's like poorly written and okay voice acting. Like, I say okay, I'm thinking like Resident Evil 1 standards. It's a lot better than classic Resident Evil, but it's not exactly amazing either. Mike Morris says, please run. I thought it was safe, but there's something else in here with me. I had time to write that. I love how the text goes off of the notepad. Circular reasoning. What's circular about the reasoning? He's a big boy, he's taking the damage. Whoa. Move out of this corner. Minor impact. Slightly increase stagger damage. Is that a part? There's a weapon part. It says that at the top of the screen. Has anybody seen the hands-on gameplay of Dustbloods that dropped today? Anybody seen it yet? I watched it earlier. It looks pretty cool, man. Looks pretty good. It's got some very interesting mechanics, man, that I wasn't really expecting from the game. There we go, this is the gate that you open from the other side. So it's just for a weapon part then. It wasn't for anything else. So I still don't know what to do with these wooden planks in there. You'd think they'd be used on this bridge. But maybe I'm supposed to use the nails. Maybe I've got to look for like rope nails and wood. Multiple items maybe. I needed a key on the other side though, so I've not actually got anything. They're all dead ends, right? The footsteps are very aggressive in this game. This chick Nemesis, yeah, I know the footsteps are pretty terrible. I mean, we could reduce the footstep volume to 10%. We can reduce it. You can reduce all of these audio sounds except for the battle music, which is on full blast, and you can't change it. Slightly better. We checked all that. Maybe we can maybe do I can put a
Time to get to work.
Minor impact, slightly increased stagger damage. There we go. We can do that at least. Oh, no, put that on yet. There we go. Toggle weapon armor. Oh look, tank top. I can add parts to my tank top. It's pretty cool. Like very cheaply made, but it's like it's got some genuine like thoughts behind the game, even if it's not really put together very well. They made it specifically like this for Joe, so he cannot claim their footsteps. Someone's got to do it, man. Like, who else? I'm feeling like I'm at a dead end. I'm at a dead end, guys. Is there any like combining things? Combine with... Holy shit. This way or that way? This way, right? There we go.
must be getting close to the Seaside 6.
The Seaside 6. Sounds like some kind of fucking gang or like Power Ranger Elite Force. The Seaside 6. Quick.
Piece of cake.
Yeah, but yeah, Dustblood, it surprised me anyway with the hands-on gameplay, man. It's like they give you these like missions, like there's only one map in the gameplay that they showed, but like you go in as a solo player, it's PvPvE gameplay, but it's mostly like you go in, it's like in your attacking the enemy from its side from behind will perform a flanking attack. Most enemies, blah blah blah. But you do these missions where like you'll get like a target, like this guy, you gotta kill this specific player, or you gotta like I just want Halloween already. I'm not really that bothered about it, bro. Gotta be fair. 5 attacks. Oh, poison. I just feel like it'll be fun for a couple of months, and they just won't support it, and it'll just die like every other Ilphonic game has. It just won't. It won't have the staying power. It just won't do it. It'll just be like all their other games. Emergency order. Emergency alert. You hereby required to evacuate the chemical spill. Blah blah blah. Injury or death.
Chemical spill. Is that really what's going on here?
Don't want to waste any health items yet. It'll live for around 2 months to 2 years and then die, but I'll enjoy it while it's around. Well, that's fair. I mean, as long as you know what you're going in for, I suppose. But it's not gonna survive like DBD, man. You might get like, I mean, how long did Texas Chainsaw Massacre live for? Like, maybe like a solid year, and then it really started to die. I mean, there's a chance that as long as they can maintain the license, that maybe they'll get a good 2 years out of it. Maybe it'll surprise everybody, and it will be really good. That Saw game, on the other hand, though, the Saw game that genuinely looks interesting. The Saw game genuinely looks interesting, though. After staggering an enemy, they are left vulnerable and open to a brutal attack. Approach a staggered enemy and press the interact button to perform a brutal attack. A brutal attack does massive damage and scales with your offense stat. Nearby enemies may flinch temporarily at the sight of the attack, so it causes fear. Well, hand grenade. Technically Texas is still going, yeah, but like, how many people are actually fucking playing it, bro? How many people are actually playing Texas, bro? I played Texas. I did play it in the look, it's on sale for £3.19, bros. Most positive. 851. I mean, maybe you can survive on 851 players. I guess it's going to be hard to find a game. I feel like that's a lot of time waiting for you to get into a game just to get one dude who couldn't get Bubba, and I wanted to be Bubba, and then start trolling and then leaving the lobby and games never start. But I did play it a bit in the beta or whatever, open beta or whatever, and I did think it was pretty good, but unfortunately I just felt like it was too expensive. That's the problem. It was £30 up front, and that's the problem. It's like with these games, they need to be cheap. They need to be cheaper. You can't sell Halloween. I know you got a license to pay for, but at £30, I'm not going to buy it. If it was £15, I'd buy it, even if the game was only going to last for a few months. But if I'm playing that £30, I'm expecting to get a game that's going to go the length. Whoops, interact. Here we go. do I have infinite ammo? I must have infinite ammo, right? Because I'm just like shooting this shit like there's nobody's business. I've always Joe. Remember when Joe Blue was playing that anime nudity game, and now this having a tentacle fetish? What are you talking about? Hentai nude game, anime nude. I don't play any anime. I play Persona 3 is the only anime game that you've seen that I play, or like Shin Megami Tensei 5. We've got anime nudity game. I've always said Joe likes hentai. Yeah, that would explain why he's so vocal about it. Or it's just because that cheaters just have the bouncy booby profiles all the time. £30 is cheap for a game these days, Joe. I suppose, but like. For a asymmetrical horror game, I feel like it's too much. Look at the prices of most other games. Joe pokes at tentacles a few times and instantly gets straight up. GTA 6 is probably going to cost £100 plus the soul on top of your firstborn. Yeah, I probably won't be getting GTA 6 on launch. I think it's going to be woke as fuck anyway. It's going to be gay. It's going to be GT gay. Get 2 shots in, get a stagger. Oh, get that fucking heat in there.
Piece of cake.
Joe, we already know you like smashing them bros. No need to hide it anymore. I like the Smash Bros. But it's probably the one game you should never ask like as a question, like Smash Bros. Smash Bros. Guys, Smash Bros. Let us go round in circles. Well, we've got a boss, I think. I think I see him blushing, Joe. It's okay. You can't cause it. I'm not gay, right?
Oh boy.
Here we go. Boss time. It's the Seaside 6 to the rescue. All that comes up. When do I say cock? I hardly ever say cock. It's not even a word that I say. I say fucking a lot. I say it way too much. I watch through my stream and I do that. I say fucking too much, man. I need to get a swear jar. I need to stop swearing. I need to stop fucking swearing all the fucking time. The window is locked. Smash it! Smash the window! You can literally smash the window and go through. Oh no, I can't break the law in this horror game where there's monsters everywhere. I can't break... Oh look, use the axe maybe again. I can use an axe to smash the wooden planks, but I can't smash a window. Look, a backpack. Inventory size increased by 1. I'm in chapter 2 already. I'm guilty of over sweating. I won't lie, as anyone who's watched my streams probably knows. I didn't know you stream, Josh. Unless you're talking about me and you're trying to be me. You're trying to pretend to be me. Oh, swearing. Oh, sorry. Am I... Sorry, swearing. Sorry. Dude, my glasses need glasses. You know this. You know this to be the fact. The game knows about you, Joe. It forces you to smash all the wood. Fucking, I can't live this shit down. Everything's got gay connotations these days. On one of my walks, I found the key to cabin 4 on the ground. I locked it in the drawer in the back office. Please give it to Jacob if he stops by. Let's all have fun out there. Kyle.
I need to get that key.
In the house that has staff written above the door in a weird way that doesn't seem realistic. staff. Please be careful, Mr. Wyatt. I hope this finds you well. This is Ranger Davis of the Seaside 6. Put our power coins together. I'm writing to let you know I found the Seaside 6 master key on the ground in the park. We go to the Seaside.
I should keep an
fucking
eye out for the
back
ranger's
cave.
office if I go through the park.
Just a reminder, team, if you've forgotten or are brand new, and if so, welcome again, that the solution to the war puzzle, the rest of the paper has been torn off. That's good, isn't it?
A puzzle? I'm gonna need to find the other piece of paper.
Oh look, there's my stash for my empty cup. Might be able to use it, get some coffee. Where's the coffee? Oh look, there's a shotgun in the one. Deliverance. New weapon found. Deliverance. Deliverance is capable of dealing incredible damage in a single shot. It's a shotgun. It's a unique effect. Will fire both shells when each attack. It is a double barrel shotgun. I was going to say it's a single barrel, isn't it? Giving it a massive burst of damage. Take care, as you will need to reload after each shot. Make sure after each shot. Alright, because it fires two at once. Right, okay. Put the oh no, I didn't even take the cup out. The drawer is locked. Can I use these lockpicks then? But I've got a lockpick here. Why can't I use it? The drawer is locked. There's no visible keyhole. Just fucking use your axe on it or something. Smash the fucking drawer to pieces. I tried to raid you once, but you have raids turned off. Yeah, I do have raids turned off. I think because somebody raided me one time, it just made me feel awkward. So I don't like to be in social. So I turned it off. Because people raid you, then it feels like you owe them something or something like that. And it feels like I don't know you, and it's just like it just feels weird. It makes me feel weird. We've got a cabin 2 key. Door's been unlocked. Oh, and this will be cabin 2 here, isn't it? I can tell because it's another cabin and it's the second one. So it must be. Oh, look, a leather jacket. Sweet. Provides decent protection, but it can get a little warm. Why does that matter? Was she damaged before? Is that just because I'm at half health? Look, leather jacket. Can I equip? Also, I've equipped it, but I still got the tank top on. It hasn't changed. My look. It's just cosmic. It's just not. It hasn't changed anything. Cabins 126. It was cabin 3, right? Was that the key? Cabin 2. Literally the one making it obvious. The joke's right itself with you handling all the wood and smashing all the rows. Yeah. You don't like to be social, but you're streaming, Joe. Please listen to yourself. Yeah, but it's different, isn't it? It's like people. It's like when you got a dude sitting in chat and they just want to. They're only sitting watching because they want to try and get you to go to the Discord, so you'll look at their art, so they can try and sell you some graphical art for your Twitch channel. You got to feel awkward, like, you know, like I'm not interested. And when somebody raids you, it's like I feel I'm obligated to have to raid people back, and I'm just not at that level where I feel comfortable in doing that. It just feels weird to me. That would require self-reflection. We do not accept that requirement here. Indeed, it's not even close to being the same. Yeah, but well, it does. It's like people. It's like people expecting things of you, and I don't like that obligation. That people like obligated. I can't use it. It's just not. Is there not a number? Is there not a number that says? Is that supposed to be a 1? So what's because that's the staff building. So this is the first cabin. This is the second cabin. Switch weapon to the big old shotgun. Deliverance. Let's go. Oh shit! I'm gonna die. Right, big lot of stamina.
pig.
Nice. Oh, I can upgrade this. I've got quite a bit of points actually. Oh, it reduces the stamina cost. I could probably get both though, to be fair. Do I have any parts to put on that? I don't think I do, do I? What's this skill that I unlocked? Triage. Quickly restore a small amount of health. So, oh, using scrap. That's an emergency shit, bro. Careful, Joe. They're going to poke you with their tentacle. Here we go. Cabin numero 2. Ask a team member. Oh, look. Is torn paper is 213534. As a team member, a hint if you get stuck. Let's have all the fun at work, everyone.
I should have enough now to solve the puzzle.
High-powered ammo has a large damage and attack and stagger damage when bonus attack.
There's no way I'm putting my hand in there.
So how do I know that it's on or off? Oh, I just right trigger like that. So that's off, and then this will be on. Right, okay. Right, okay. Inventory, where we got notes. 213534. I mean, 25. Sorry, two fucking bad. 213534. 21353. That's fucking wrong, isn't it? 34, something like that. Two, 3, 5, 3, 4. 2, 1, 3, 5, 3, 4. 2, 1, 5. 2, 1, 3. Fucking hell. My fucking. What's the matter with me, bro? 2, 1, 3, 5, 3, 4. It is wrong, yeah. 5, 3, 4. It is wrong. Okay. I'm assuming that this is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, no? Oh, do I draw the numbers out? Do I draw the numbers? Do I go like so if I go like what 1? No. It's not right, is it? Bro, got an in-game option to see in-game notes and use this thing because this is quicker to access to go 2, 1, 3, 5, 4 than it is to go fucking triangle, go to notes, go down to notes, torn paper. Like it's way easier just to go bang like that and see the numbers, isn't it? Like it's way easier. So what are we on then? So 2, 1, 3, 4, Well, 5 would be in the corner if that was true. You guys got any ideas? Like, I was thinking like either you draw the numbers, the pattern into the squares, which doesn't make sense really, or each of the points is a number. Like, what am I not thinking? Right, okay. Because like you think like you could draw like a 2, you could go like, and that would be a 2, and then 1 would go straight up, and then you'd have to have a 3, but then a 3 would be like, that's wrong, because a 3 would have to be like that. It'd have to be like that, and you couldn't use all 3 tiles. Two, 1, 3, 5, 3, 4 smiley face. What's the note? Yeah, I think I figured out. I bet you have. Would you look up? Have you looked up a solution? Have you online, Loktar? There's no way to even like reset this thing, so I don't know how you get it on the right track. Oh, there's a coffee machine now. And the cup's just to go, isn't it? I don't think you need that. Let's go check some of the other cabins. Maybe there's like a further solution or something. What's this shit on the walls? Is anything? Just say ask a staff member for hints, but hey, they're not supposed to have caffeine, but I had no sleep for 2 days straight. Only just managed to get some today. I woke up feeling deader than dead. Yeah. I feel like I've not had a good night's sleep for a while. I felt like maybe like 3 months ago, maybe I had like a week or 2 where I got reasonably okay sleep. But I've not had any decent sleep for a while now. It's fucking horrible. Basic numbers are the explanation. Basic numbers What basic like what, like coding in basic? Basic as in how the word how the numbers are spelt. Basic as in like Roman numerals. You know about like in Roman numerals or something like that. Literally basic first grade math. Oh, like these fucking numbers here on the side of these fucking shelves here. Do these mean anything? 1. Oh wait, that's the. These are what the numbers mean on the grid. These are the grids, right? Because there'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But like the last two don't mean anything, right? Is that? So it's 1, 2, 3. But that's what I already thought. I already thought that though, right? I already thought that to begin with. That doesn't make sense because you got to get to it. Because that'd be 2. Like surely this has to mean something, otherwise why would the numbers be there? It's not like you can jump spots, so it's like, I don't know. It did start at a specific place, like down here. 2, 3. No, so it's 2, 1, 3. So you start at 2, so 2, 1, 3, 4, 5, 3, 1, 4. That's it. I was right the first time. I just didn't realise that the numbers were in the order that they were in. And what did it even open? The drawer. Oh yeah, cabin 4.
Good. Time to fight.
I don't want that target. I want this target, the one that's fucking right in front of me. Why can't I take this fucking... Oh shit, that's a fucking hit. I don't think I can shoot the shotgun. I think the stamina cost is too high. I think the stamina cost is too high to use high-powered ammo. Does it tell me like what my stamina? Does it even tell me what my stamina cost is? Wouldn't let me attack anyway. I told you, super fucking. That's what I said to begin with. That's why I said that all the points are numbers. I already said that my initial first idea was each point is a number, and I was going like 1, 2. I was going 1, 2, 3, 4 rather than 1, 2, 3, 4 in my head. So I got the order of the numbers wrong. That's why it didn't work. Then why didn't you do it? I just told you why I didn't do it, because I thought it was going 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Like, you can't see my fingers, like going like I thought yeah, I'll just go fucking paint or some shit. Paint. Yeah, I thought it was going like one. Can I just have free form here? Going 1, 2, and then 3, 4, like 5, like this, right? But it's not. It's going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, it's going like that. So it didn't work because I thought that was the ordering of the numbers, but it was actually that way. I was just being a spaz and not thinking about it properly. Is that how we learn to read? What you thought is that the numeric system in order is 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. Made that make sense? Yeah, I wasn't saying I was thinking about it like... So what? I wasn't thinking about it. So what? Why do you have to be on my case all the time? All you're doing is proving that you're always against me. You're always against me, bro. Like, I'm not allowed to make mistakes. It's 4, isn't it? Two, 5. Use lockpick. Oh, I unlocked with lockpick. Hey, relaxed. Costumes can be found through the exploration purchased from the challenge shop or unlocked through achievements. Costumes do not affect your stats in any way, so feel free to wear what you like. Once a costume has been unlocked, you can use it on any current or future save games. Sweet, okay. There's just no jacket. I'm jacketless. Take the office lobby through the front doors and take a look throughout the room. Did you see any numbers that might help? Yeah, I did already. I did that.
This guy likes his riddles.
Another empty comp. Because you were always on me for no reason whatsoever. What? It's literally the other way around. Literally proved it before when I said I think I had the solution. But you never gave me the solution. You said, I have the solution. I'm not going to tell you the solution. You gave me a clue saying basic, and that doesn't really mean anything. And I don't see how that's relevant at all to the fact that you can't accept the fact that I made a mistake. It's literally not even relevant at all. I can't attack again. Oh my god, stamina. Bullshit. Maybe I can use high-powered ammo then? Get out of the way. That was interrupted there. Don't do it, you're gonna die.
Fucking monsters!
Should have thought about that one a bit better. Uses health elixir. Proving that I'm a hateful person, as if I didn't give you the solution because I didn't want a backseat game. It is insanely disrespectful for viewers to backseat game for the streamer. I did ask that. Do you guys know any ideas on how to solve the puzzle? I did ask.
Jacob! It's me!
I mean, I appreciate you giving me a clue, but like, the clue wasn't very helpful. I'm just gonna say, like, I mean that offensively. Oh, it's limited ammo for high-powered ammo. I see. Take that right off. Yeah, I suppose, but I wasn't really, you know, I wasn't really asking for a clue. I was just asking how to do it. But fair enough. If you want to argue within this premise, even though the argument is I'm not allowed to make a mistake, it's really got nothing to do with the fact that you're helping me or giving me clues or whatever. You're just using this
not to
distract
Tyro
me from the fact that I'm
Pharmaceuticals
not allowed
hired
to
me
make
to perform
mistakes.
seismic surveys of the area. They must have had a hunch something was here because we found something deep below the surface. I'm being left in the dark about what's going on, but if you made it this far, then you know shit's going sideways. I'm heading back to the Naples Research Center to continue my work and see if I can learn more about what's happening and how to stop it. I know I'm asking a lot of you, but please, come and find me at the Research Center. Head through Wyatt Park and you'll come to the outskirts of town. You'll find a path to the Research Center there. I've left a key to the park on the nightstand.
Every time I join in here, you two always argue. It's just how it is. Loktar is just you know, the nemesis.
Damn it, Jacob.
He's my nemesis.
What did you get yourself mixed up in? And what the hell was it you found?
In my Raccoon City. To Wyatt Park. Parry. When you overlapping text, when you must begin to block, is that what it is? When you begin to block, there is a short window which you can parry, you can attack. When you successfully parry, no stamina is consumed. Additionally, the attacker will suffer a huge amount of stagger damage, leaving him open to a brutal attack. Cool. Vigor. Need that on this gun. Parts can be sorted into weapons. I know that already. Thanks. Do you guys have any ideas to which I said I think I got the solution and then he started attacking me? I just said, look, you just said it, didn't give the solution. So you're just trying to all you're trying to do is recreate the Josh the Josh moment. You're not going to tell me what it is. You want me, because you know I'm going to assume you're full of shit. You know that. You know that I'm just going to think that you just lie in and you checked a solution, something like that. You just want to say you got it so that you can pretend to be smarter than me. I got the solution and I'm just going to launder it over you and act like that's the thing. You know that I'm going to do that. You know that's what I'm going to do. And then you're going to create that scenario and then go, see, look, Joe Blue's a horrible person. Look how he attacks me. And this is what Josh was doing. It's exactly the same thing. He just recreates this. Say, look, this is what Joe always does. This is just Joe, how horrible he is as a person. He's so horrible. It's not that we've all proven time and time again that we're distrustful liars, especially you, Loktar. You have a whole channel dedicated to calling me a liar and calling me a fraud with no evidence whatsoever. Oh, look, a nice statue. Another one, 2 of 14. Oh, the lockpicks are a one-time use thing. Like, I don't have a lockpick anymore.
Huh. I wonder what's going on in there.
Oh, shit. How do I parry? Whoa, we got a parry, guys. We got it. Dark Soul, Dark Soul. We parried again. We can't parry. We can't block that. No, we can't stagger them from there. Oh my days. Oh my days. Oh my days.
Oh,
Gotta watch my space in a bit more. But it is actually a pretty good game, though, to be fair. Just turn off that infinite ammo cheat. I mean, it is just infinite ammo. You have an entire channel calling standard in-game mechanics of cheating. Yeah, of course, bro. To which I just proved that nothing but in-game mechanics and not solid evidence called cheating. Yeah, okay. We'll just do this now, as we often do. And we go. And oh, what do we do? This one here? Oh yeah, this one here. As we've shown many times before, as are we going to say in-game mechanics, guys? That this guy just turns his animations off, speed hacks his way around me. Is this explainable by in-game mechanics? Is it? Is this explainable by in-game mechanics? Is it? Where the dude turns on his speed hack, no footstep cheats, no animations, and speed hacks his way around me, so I can't track the dude, and kills me. Yeah, just in-game mechanics, bros. In-game mechanics. Right, we are running low on health. Can we not use the coffee or take a break? Or I can use this. Can I not install the part that I've got for the weapon? Is it only for? I picked up a part though, didn't I? Didn't I not pick up a vigor? Is it for body armor? Oh yeah, vigor. Okay, starting to increase stamina regeneration speed. Go that way. Go to the staff building, see if I can use that coffee again. That's the gate down there. Can we use the coffee machine? So I can only use one, but can I not fill up a cup to go? Can I not fill up 2 cups? I've got 2 cups. I've got a cup. Look, empty cup. You can only use these coffee points once. You can't just like brew a serving of coffee. I can take that. As a commentator on your YouTube channel explained, Crytek might have attached enemy character animations to visuals. Doesn't explain that he's moving faster than he should be. And because you lost visual for a moment and got back up, as in the scenario, it might not be aggressively enough done the job, which also explains the exact same thing. Literally no other animation has told you. Okay, but if that was true, then you would see more complaints about it in the forums of something occurring all the time, that people have no animations and no footsteps, but people aren't complaining about these things, which again would lead you logically to that most people are cheating and abusing these things and aren't talking about it. And that was not even me saying it, it was something completely different who worked with game engineering, which I haven't, so I never know that is a thing. Yeah, but the dude's moving faster than he should be, that's why I couldn't track him. It happens in consistent, specific circumstances, like I showed in my video multiple times, when as soon as I attack somebody and shoot them, all of a sudden it's like they start panicking and in mid-combat flip on their no footsteps. You've seen it in mid-combat, not just from getting up from a revive. So you can say this thing as somebody said it that you don't know, can't vouch for whatsoever. It's just somebody making the claim that you agree with, that you can use. However, I've proven in games when there is no other reason, there's no I've just revived, there's no they've just come around a corner, in literally mid-fight they just flipped on the switch as if out of a panic button, have no footsteps and animations, and just zoom off away from me. But you also need to make a bad guy. He was not moving faster than standard game speed. He's moving faster than standard game speed. He was moving fast. No, you wouldn't, because it's not drastically game-changing thing, which is why people do not cry about no animations. It's just bad game design. No, that's just literally a claim that you're making. If it was something that was occurring, if it was a bug that was occurring all the time, that was causing you to die and lose in a game because you can't hear footsteps because people have no animations, people would be in a forum complaining about it all of the time. What am I denying about what you've said? You've literally made a claim that makes no logical sense, and I've refuted it based on the fact that it makes no logical sense by explaining what would actually happen that does make logical sense. That if there was a bug that was doing that and people were dying due to that, people would be complaining about it all the time and demanding Crytek fix the issue. Oh, it's two of them. Holy shit, it's two. I tried to parry there, but it didn't work. Actually died. Gotta watch them reloads, man. I need to reload. Like, gotta reload before the shot every time. I should reload after the shot. What is load game? What happens if I retry? Return just outside the encounter area. Okay. Actually, no. We will deal with this range dude first. Bad news. It's kind of difficult to reload that gun. Can I get it any time? You saying it does not make it logical sense. No, it makes logical sense based on the logic that I'm saying. If there was a bug in the game that was causing people to die due to a lack of footsteps and people having no animations, people would be complaining about it all the time for Crytek to fix it. Why would people not complain about clearly a problem with the game? And just be like, oh, that's just normal. You just accept that it's got bad audio. Never complain about it. Never push Crytek to fix it. There's no constant, why this game is so shit and I'm always dying, to people with no footsteps and no animations all the time. People aren't saying that. They're not doing that and never have. The only person that's ever brought any attention whatsoever to people having no footsteps in Hunt Showdown is me. And literally like no one else except that one dude on PlayStation that I clipped to prove that no footstep cheats existed. But fun fact, people did complain when games went from disc to digital, because when a game, what is this? This is like, but what aboutism? Like, what has this got to do with anything that I'm talking about? The game was released on disc, it was fully developed, but the game devs have made it. This is not anything to do with refuting my logic. It's just saying, what about this? And it's got nothing to do with what's being spoken of. You assume Crytek cares. Doesn't matter if Crytek cares or not. It's the fact that the players aren't complaining about it. What you call logic does not magically become logic. It becomes logic because it makes sense logically in a logical progression. It does not make sense that for some reason I'm the only person in the world that dies to no footsteps and complains about it. You know what it is about. It's got nothing to do with what we're talking about. You're talking about you're basically trying to say that Crytek make boogie games, or people make boogie games these days that have issues, whereas back in the day when the games were printed on disc, games were made to a higher standard. Got nothing to do with the fact that people would still be complaining that these bugs existed, not the fact that the bugs do exist, or that they wouldn't have existed if things were still being printed to disc in the same way that they used to be back in the day. None of that's relevant to the fact that people would be complaining about it. The fact that people aren't complaining about it makes you think that it's because the vast majority of people are cheating. And also, to add to that, the fact that there's that cheater in Arc Raiders who went in with cheats and determined that about 70% of the player base was cheating would only support that even further, wouldn't it? The fact that the majority seem to be cheating, and therefore the majority wouldn't be complaining about the no footstep cheats because the majority are the ones using it. So they're not going to talk about it because they're not going to snitch on the fact that these cheats exist. Instead, what the cheaters will do is group up and say that anybody that does point it out is just bad at the game or has got something wrong with their headset, and just gaslight them into believing that these cheats don't exist. But they do exist, which I've proven that they even exist on PlayStation. There's no circular reasoning happening here. Right, no funnying around here. We'll get this one done. Do I have enough time to run over there and stagger this dude as well? Oh, we got it. Is this guy multiplied like a fucking gremlin? Just throw a stone. Oh, I'm throwing loads of stones. Oh. Get it in. Or you just found another stone. You're claiming you basically tried to say does not mean you understand it when you're perfectly misrepresenting what I said. I've not misrepresented anything you've said. People would not complain about it because of how the gaming industry has developed. That's bullshit. People complain about all kinds of bugs in games all of the time. People would not complain about it, but I said that. Circular reasoning is a weak position. There's no circular reasoning in anything that I've said. Whether you like it or not, this is factually the truth. No, it isn't. Outright denying what is being said. I'm not denying anything. You're the one outright denying anything I'm saying. No, I've not outright denied anything you said. I've acknowledged everything you've said and refuted it. That's the difference. You think denial means I'm just ignoring what you're saying. That's what you're saying. Like, refuting your position is not a position of low IQ. That's literally a position of high IQ. You just don't acknowledge that it's a refutation. It's gonna get me killed, I think. Yeah, it's fucking harsh. Okay, the game's ramping up in difficulty now. So yeah, I'm not denying anything that you're saying. I'm actually refuting what you're saying and using logic and sometimes evidence in some cases to refute what you are saying. So that's not a denial. It's not me saying, nope, I'm ignoring you, hand wave dismissal. I'm just not even registering what you're saying and ignoring it. That would be low IQ. You're trying to say that my refutation of your position is me having low IQ, when in fact it wouldn't be low IQ to refute your position with an actual argument. That would be literally what people of high IQ do. You see how disingenuous you are with the way that you word and say things. Level 10. Cookies. Maximum has been permanently increased by 18. Nice. Then acting like a kindergartner. No, you. I'm not saying that at all. You are literally saying a thing that I'm doing that you are in fact doing, and then when that is reflected on you, because you know that's what you're doing, you've got all of these things predetermined. You go through like you're like flowchart Locktar over here. Like Locktar's got a flowchart. It's like I want to get to the point where I can say he's acting like a child by saying no, you. So what I will do is that I will project what I am actually doing onto Joe, so that Joe says no, it's you who's doing that, so then I can then say he's a kindergartner and then say no, he's saying no, you to you. Like all you're doing is going through a flowchart of actions in order to arrive at me at a conclusion that you can then claim it is that, so that you seem like you are correct when all you're doing is manufacturing the outcome. As a result, so refuting is high IQ, but only when you're the one doing it. Well, refutations require an argument and logic and or evidence, and when you make refutations, they're not refutations. They're just you saying I'm wrong. Denial of the opposition is a sign of low IQ, proving my point. This is literal. You said, and now you're reading my message as if it's yours. Long live the live chat on stream. Yeah, all of this proves you wrong, man. I'm so proud of the live chat being on screen. Yeah, it proves you wrong. Anyone and everyone watching the VOD and stream can literally tell the truth. Yeah, that you're wrong. It's once again time for my annual trip. The trip to Wyattsville. I still yet to find a better place for bird watching.
What'd make the birds start attacking people?
The T virus. You're blatantly denying what I'm saying, which I've already informed you was a sign of low IQ, and you keep doing it. No, I'm refuting your position by telling you what you're doing wrong. These things like fucking, oh shit, is that a dude right near me? It requires something that I don't have. I'm gonna die here, I think. I've got to parry. I'm dying there, bro. There's nothing I can do about that. So throwing stones isn't free. It costs energy. I just get health back from that dude. Get it in. What I'm saying, already informed you there's on IQ. I'm literally amazed at IQ. This is constant gaslighting and just talking shit, bro. That's all it is, bro. Whoa, shit. Red doors. Red doors are bad.
I I remember hearing about this. They never said what happened.
These things fucking multiply a lot, bro. Man, oh, 3 of them. I've got like no energy, bro. I've got no energy for stones. Maybe I need to switch to the pistol here, I think. We could do the high-powered ammo, I suppose. Switch to the pistol. Reload, the fucking reload of the clips, man, was brutal, bro. I thought that dude wasn't facing me, I thought it was the other way around. Fucking hell. I fucking played that wrong. I literally cannot understand how being told this is how things are and then do the very thing followed by claiming it is not being done and then coming down to the map because it isn't being done. You're literally claiming things, and when you've been told multiple times with actual logical refutation, you just ignore it and just carry on saying the same thing over and over again. Let that gun. I got high-powered ammo on by accident, I don't know. Is that a night statue? It is. Somehow I feel I probably missed a whole bunch of those. Yeah, but everyone can see what you're saying is nonsense. Hey, look, police vest. Can I, put that? My agility goes down, but my defense and resistance has gone up. I guess my agility determines my stamina, I guess. I'm kind of low health though. Combat 4. Enemies take increasingly more damage as they attacked while staggered. 50% additional. This is long as double from vulnerable attack. Each weapon builds this additional damage bonus differently, and this is typically tied to the weapon's fire rate. Try to shoot the enemy and only perform a brutal attack just before its stagger ends to maximize damage dealt. Okay. There's a surprising amount of thought put into the mechanics of this game for saying how like cheap the game looks, but it's actually kind of well thought out actually. Reload. Probably should have been a little bit more than that. Probably just heal though. I do have a health potion. I have 3 of them, but we can use them. There's no like indication of when it's going to end. It's just I can play this fight so much better. Oh, there is a timer there. There is a. You see the timer.
I'm getting tired.
I have a few yes or no questions for you. Do you believe in karma or the sort of treat others as the way others want treated? Yeah, I do believe in believe in you treat others as you yourself want to be treated, which I've always done, but everybody else treats me like absolute total shit. Do I believe in karma? I guess I believe in the possibility of karma. But you know, I also believe in God. You know, that there's a creator or whatever. So karma and the creator don't usually go together. Big ass dude. Oh, I've already fought one of these dudes before already, actually. Let's go the other way. Like this other big one, it's like moving actually. It's strange that he wasn't moving at all. Guessing this goes somewhere else, but a coin for the ferryman? Is that what it's saying? No. Guess not. I guess I need another paddle or something. I need 2 paddles. I need a second paddle. See how we can go with the health that we do have. Okay, do you believe that karma always knows the truth no matter how much the human tries to lie about it? Well, the creator knows the truth, right? The creator knows the truth all the time. You can't lie to the creator. And second question is already there if you didn't realise. Right. You believe in karma? Yeah, I already said I already believe in treat others the way you should treat others the way you should want to be treated. That's like the Christian way, isn't it? That's what Christ teaches. It's the golden rule, which is how I've always lived. I've never treated anybody like differently.
I'm not feeling so good.
Like you yourself, Loktar, you've only ever been treated in the way in which you've treated others.
Must be tough to grow up in an orphanage.
I don't have enough health to be trying to do the parrying. Like you did with me in RE3, but like all I did was press X to doubt on what you were saying was true, because you have a track record of being dishonest and disingenuous, and that would be proven by the fact that you went to the medical condition to get out of an argument rather than sticking to your guns and saying I just don't remember. They would only make you more suspicious and more as if you were acting in bad faith, because there was no real reason for you to do that, and only somebody that wanted to use emotional blackmail as a way as to getting you out of the conversation and making the other person look bad is a person who operates in bad faith. So I'm not treating anybody weirdly, differently, or wrongly. I'm treating people exactly as they treat me and exactly as they act. I've proven you wrong every single time. All you try to do, Josh, is that you try to create a new context to the argument, like, oh, well, I just said it's doable. I just said I was just helping you with the controller, and you'll create all these like technicalities about how the conversation started to try and get a win on it, so that if you can win on a technicality, you win the whole argument. But the argument is you went to using a medical condition as a way to get out of the argument. How the conversation started, the little tiny details of how the argument went does not change the fundamental fact you went to the medical condition to get out of the argument. The premise is irrelevant, but you want to try and go back to the context and the detail of the conversation to win on a technicality so that you can win the entire argument. But that's not what the argument is about. That's just something that disingenuous liars do when they can't win the argument. The argument is I tried to help. No, that isn't the argument. The argument is I wasn't mocking you for your health condition. That's the argument. Your accusation against me is I mocked your health condition and I'm a terrible person. That's the argument. And my refutation is I'm mocking you using your medical condition as a way to get out of the conversation. That's got nothing to do with you were trying to help. It's got nothing to do with that you can do it on a controller. It's got nothing to do with that it's doable. It's got nothing to do with all of these things that you're introducing to try and win on a technical level as to what the conversation was about and how it transpired. The fundamental accusation is you've accused me of mocking your medical condition, and I've refuted you and say no, I was mocking you using your medical condition to get out of an argument and use it as some form of blackmail, emotional blackmail to get out of it, which is something that you do if you're operating under bad faith. That's my position. That's my argument. And no matter how you change the context of how the conversation went, never changes what the accusation is and what my refutation of that accusation is. So you can keep spinning your wheels all you like. You've been proven wrong. You can't be this stupid. Joe, answer the question. I've answered your questions. Joe, come on. Yes or no? The creator knows the truth. Yes, the creator knows the truth. Could he then not also be the one enforcing karma based on the truth? Well, yes, but then it's not really karma. It's just God's will, isn't it? Karma's like it's like an aspect that's like separate from the creator. It's a thing that occurs. Like you could say, as a developer, if you were making a game, you could introduce karma as a game mechanic, and God could have done the same thing, sure. But what difference does it make whether it's the creator that's doing it or karma? What difference does it make? Like, I think the detail, the detail there doesn't really matter. Yeah. So what's your point you're making, Locked On? I've already said this. Yes. Yes. The creator knows the truth. Karma knows the truth. Yes. No, karma is what goes round comes round, whether it's the creator, some other force. Yeah, but it makes no difference though, does it? Whether it's a force that acts independently of the creator, but knows everything and acts accordingly based on the truth, is no distinct difference between the creator doing the same thing. So making a distinction between karma and the creator isn't necessary to do so, other than the fact that there is a force that knows the truth and then imparts karma based on whether people have done good or bad deeds. Like the circumstances
I can't hold anything else.
isn't required.
I can't hold anything else.
Inventory space is limited, and you might come across an item you want but can't pick up. If you have items in inventory you no longer need, you can recycle them into scrap. Not all items can be recycled. And we could recycle the leather jacket, right, or the lockpick maybe, but maybe we should just find an inventory thing. There's a thingamajig there then. There's a save point here, so you think that there should be an inventory box around here somewhere. Let's say, oh look, a backpack, extra space. What do I want, the key or the gun? Is this a oh, here we go. New weapon found. Blitz. Dealing no damage per shot. Fires in 3-round burst. Allowing you to trigger blood loss. Okay. Kind of hits or flanking hits a quick session. Unique effect raises your combat movement speed and increases the power of chain attacks. Blitz benefits from critical hit builds to bypass enemies' defense to offset its relatively low damage and increasing its fire rate. Allows you to perform hit and run tactics. Cool. Okay, so you believe in karma. The creator or karma always knows the truth and will enforce based on the truth. I just want to make sure we're on the same page. Yeah, I mean, I believe in karma is potentially a thing. I don't believe that it is the only thing. Now, do you believe that we, humans, well, I'm human, have zero influence to when karma is coming our way? Good or bad, doesn't matter, but it will always come our way, whether it is in 1 second or 10 years, we'll get the karma we deserve. That presumes that karma works that way, and that we're not actually in a reality where, for example, there are a bunch of people that look fucking human, but they fucking ain't human, and they conspire and they trick and try and deceive man into doing bad things, but really it's them, and therefore nothing truly bad could really happen to them, because at the end of the day, there's always an actor acting upon another person, and that can't be changed. And you can't make the argument of free will, because if you've got groups of people that are imposing their will onto somebody else, then the person whose will's being taken away from them can't be held accountable for the bad things that they do when all they're given is bad choices. Like, you could make the argument that you can either choose to do nothing or you can do bad things, because you're not allowed to do good things, because the conspirators make sure that you don't have any good things. They'll make sure that you will be physically incapable in some way or some form. They'll make you socially inadequate. They'll bully you. They'll take your confidence away from you. They'll nudge you and push you down corridors and pathways in which limit your ability to do anything positive in the world. And they'll leave you with mainly only bad choices to make. And when you make those bad choices, this group of people, conspirators, then feel justified to impart their justice, their karma onto you, even though it's them that's making you do it. No, in that situation, it wouldn't be karma. It would be entrapment, and it would be null and void in a court of law, because entrapment is a criminal offense. So if there were spiritual beings committing conspiracy to entrap, then in the cosmic court of God, it would be null and void because it's entrapment. If a person is pushed to like murder somebody because they're threatened or pushed into a certain situation, they can't really be held accountable because it's not really their free will, it's been imposed onto them. Like if you starve somebody to the point where they're so starving they'll rob for food, you're like, it's not really their fault, is it? You're imposing that choice onto them. It's entrapment, isn't it? It'll be a form of torture that was forcing. Oh shit, that's not good. Then it is not their karma because they are being forced to do something that they have no desire to do. If you're being forced to do something, yeah, but how do you say forced? You see, because you could be put into a situation where you're starving to death and you've got your only choice to eat is to steal. You're forced to steal, but you're not technically forced. You do have the choice of just starving to death and not steal food. So then you could always make the argument, well, no one forced you to steal the food. No one forced you. No, you're going to hell because you robbed and you thieved. And that's against the 10 Commandments. And you've done that. Even though you were starved to death is irrelevant. You've made the bad thing. You've done it. You should have just died and starved to death. Like, that's not really reasonable. In a court of law, that would be like, no, that's just unreasonable. If a player is so bad they never win against other players and turn to cheat, then you can't hold them accountable since you think people can't improve. Well, no, because if a player is so bad they never win against other players and turn to cheats, then you can't hold them accountable since you think people can't improve. Well, no, because you can choose not to cheat, can't you? You can just choose to have to be determined not to cheat. But the difference between not cheating and starving to death, right? Like, not cheating in a video game isn't going to result in your death. You could have gotten a job to earn money, or could have begged some coins as well to get. But we're talking about a scenario where you don't have that choice. The choices have been taken away from you. Your only option is to steal or die. Brutal attack damage permanently increased. Multiple chemicals, they stack. If you're living in a situation where you are actively choosing to avoid a job or justified method to acquire money, then it's not forced to steal food, but actively making the decision to be in that position. What has this got to do with the premise that I've suggested, that you're in a world where people are conspiring against you, and they've conspired you to the point that they've reduced you to not being able to get food for yourself, and your only option is to steal or die of starvation? That's the premise, and you're trying to argue nonsense outside of this premise. But you're not putting the premise in question. You're trying to create new scenarios that aren't the premise.
Time to get to work.
2,000? Oh, fucking hell, that's a lot. I just spent most of my fucking money there. And there's always a choice unless you're in prison. Yeah, the choice is starving to death or stealing. Those are your choices. That's the situation you're in. There's only those choices.
What would make him behave that way?
But you think it's robbing your birthright? Okay, just change that. There's always a choice unless you're in a prison or a hostage. But you are in a prison. Like, you can make the argument that you are in a prison. You're in a prison world run by an evil deity full of its minions that it puts in place like agents of the Matrix in order to entrap souls in this realm. That could be the possibility, right? You guys could all be working for the Demiurge, just trying to entrap souls into this realm, right? You could all be that, right? You could all be doing that. And then you got to make the argument, okay, so if you don't only have the option do harm others or accept faith, then yes, it's 110% own karma and you deserve everything horrible coming your way. What are you talking about? If you only have the option do harm to others to accept faith, it's not about that. You've literally been harmed repeatedly over and over again to force you into a situation where all your only options are to steal or die. Do you think that the actions that have been taken against you to reduce you to that choice will be ignored in the cosmic courtroom? 110% you own deserve everything horrible coming your way if you decide to steal from others, harming them. So okay, so when my mother smoked, and on purpose, I would argue on purpose, to give me asthma, to destroy my physical potential at a young age, which would have a knock-on effect of not being able to keep up with my peers physically, and therefore reducing my confidence and my self-esteem by having asthma. They have that knock-on psychological effect for not being able to do that. What did I do to deserve that if I haven't even been born yet? And if you're going to make the argument, well, it's a past life and you had your memory erased for the evils you did in a past life, well, that argument will become null and void, because as soon as you've erased somebody's memory, they're not the same person anymore, because a person's identity is tied to memory. Therefore, if you erase the memory, you've created a new person, and therefore you're subjecting an innocent person to that torment, to that punishment, and therefore that would also be null and void, and that would force karma upon the people in forcing that so-called karma onto you. Those actions fall on other persons, but your choice is to do harm to someone else because harm was done to you, or accept your life that you refuse to fight against without harming others. Yes, you're 110% deserve. Why? You're not arguing why that is, you're just saying it is. You're not making an argument as to why, Loktar. Do you understand that you're not actually explaining your position? You're stating your position and then proclaiming that it's true. So you don't think all the harm that was done to the person to enforce them into that position is ignored? That somehow that if the harm is done to a person that makes them, forces them into doing bad decisions, that's not a form of entrapment. Entrapment is a crime. Do you understand that entrapment is a crime? How can you be forced to take a punishment for something that was entrapment? I love how you're already trying to apply a certain position on me because you cannot be honest. No, I'm literally just saying what you've done. You said those actions fall on the other person, but your choice is to do harm to someone else because the harm was done, or you accept your life to refuse to fight against without harming others. That's your premise, that's your argument. And then you say, yes, you 110% deserve that karma that comes your way, decide no harm. So you said your premise and then just proclaim that it's true. In there is no justification as to why that premise is actually true. You just stated your premise and then proclaimed that it is true.
I can't hold anything else.
There's no item box in here. Want the high-powered ammo. Want the high-powered ammo. I was on the shelf there. Oh, we do have inventory space here. Let's just put these chemicals over there because I don't know what they are. These rusty coins can go in there. I don't know what they're for. We can stick them in there for now. Why? You know, I suppose, yeah. The guns are taking up a lot of space, really. It's lockpick. 2 spaces. Let's go back for that cup and put it in the inventory. What time are we on? Another 20 minutes or so. Because you're actively choosing to do harm to others. What? By stealing to eat? But then you have to, there's a whole bunch of questions to go on there. It's like, one, why are there no options for you to get food in the ground? To be in a position that you could only steal food from somebody else that owns it must mean that food had already been stolen from you. Because God would have put in place the ability for you to be able to feed yourself. So for you to be able to feed yourself, or be unable to feed yourself, means somebody, the people that you're stealing from, are the people who have restricted your ability to feed yourself. So they've done harm to you. So all you're doing really is enacting justice, but you do have to take it from somebody else. So you can't just say that, oh, you should deserve karma and punishment onto you. What about karma and punishment onto all the people who have denied access to food for you, that you have a right to access? Where's their karma punishment? You're basically saying that they're allowed to commit trespasses against you as the individual, but if you steal from them, karma and punishment will go on to you, even though they've done nothing but trespass against you. No, that's not going to work, mate. Like, if they're going to steal from you, then you're in your right, if you can push to the extreme, to steal from them in order to survive. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. Moving the goalposts. I haven't moved any goalposts. The only way you can justify insanely horrible behaviour and ignore all the karma that has happened to him, even though he himself... Right, okay, again, like I'm asking, what was the bad karma that made my mother give me asthma? What was the bad karma that forced all of the people at school to bully me horribly when I did nothing to nobody? What conspired, what made the teachers conspire against me in order to ruin my education when I didn't do nothing to anybody? Like, people act against me as a child, put you into emotional states where you act out, fight back, and then people make out you're the bad guy because you fight back. So people fight you, people bully you, and then when you stand up for yourself and you fight back, you're punished for doing so. No, what the karma you're talking about is that we're allowed to do whatever we want to you, and if you fight back against us, we'll punish you. That's what you think karma is. Outright denying what the opposition said. Again, I haven't. I've acknowledged what you said and refuting it. If the world smells like shit, then you're the only common denominator. No, it's not, because you don't know the mechanics of how the world's set up. If the world has been set up to be deliberately against you, then that argument doesn't work, Loktar. Is there nothing here? Is it just a key? Park maintenance. Is there nothing else down here? That is 100% not the karma I am talking about. Yeah, I don't think you understand, like, karma at all. Like, doing it again. I think 99% of gamers and nerds have all been bullied. Loktar, exactly. Reads a tiny fraction and outright denies it. Yeah, actions of low IQ. Or because you're just typing so many things that you've already repeatedly said already, and you've not said anything new or interesting, or even acknowledged anything that I've actually said at all. Game needs a map, I think. Well, you're the one attacking my intelligence, so again, treat others as yourself want to be treated, Loktar. Take your own medicine. You're the one insulting my intelligence. If you don't want to be insulted by intelligence back, then don't do it yourself. I don't even know if this is the right way to go for the key. I don't know where this key is supposed to go. Can't remember all the doors that are potentially locked that I've come across. There's no in-game map. Pretty cool bestiary, really. That's pretty cool. Return to game. Does the key say anything on it? A key that should be able to open all locks within the Seaside 6. Oh, okay. So I can open some of these cabins that I haven't been in before.
Ugly bastards.
That was put in a situation by law, school mental. I've been told I'm literally mental R word that I should go to school, university because I would not finish it anyway. Even my teacher at the time told me I wouldn't have made it. You know what I did? Gave them a middle finger and did anyway with good grades. Yeah, but you got to understand, I was restricted in the grades that I could get. They put me into fucking teachers and sessions where I couldn't get higher than a certain grade despite destroying all of the mock exams. They wouldn't let me go, and my mother wouldn't argue with the school either that what they were doing was wrong. They literally told me if you were on good behavior and you did this and that, we would let you take the higher papers. And then I did all the things that they asked, and then they went, no, we're not letting you do it, and lied to me, and then refused to let me take the higher exams and forced me to get lower grades. And I literally did all of the exams in like 30 minutes and like fucking fell asleep because they were too easy. And that was it. They ruined my education on purpose, lied to me, made me go through hoops for years and years to make up for my bad behavior of fighting against bullies that were bullying me, and then denied my education because they felt that they could just do that to me. Not really the same, is it? Energy drink, was that just to give me energy back, I'm guessing? Self-explanatory, I suppose. What Joe just said, but I'm the exception and you need to accept that. No, that's just what happened. If what happened is exceptional, then you need to accept that it is exceptional. Oh, an orange increased by 3. What are the odds?
There's no way I'm putting my hand in there.
There's plenty of places to investigate, but I'm running out of time here. I kind of want to heal. You got to understand that, like, I literally get bullied at home, bullied by my whole family, bullied when I go to school, conspired against by the teachers, literally go to college, and college was mostly fine except for the fact that I got constantly, well, a bunch of shit happened with a dude that, like, basically kicked my head in multiple times or whatever. But then I had the incident in which a girl who I was living with at the time tried to make a pass at me for sex, and I denied her, and she got me robbed in a home invasion, which got me, like, beat up basically in my own home, and my Xbox robbed from me, and that made me kind of depressed on a lot of drugs, and that made me essentially be unemployed for quite a long time. I tried to go to university, and then the university conspired against me, tried to make out that I was dyslexic, and even if I was dyslexic, it makes no difference to the fact that they used it to discriminate me so that I couldn't do the course that I wanted to do. Said that if I did this key skills course and get the qualifications that I needed first, even though all my friends were on the course doing a joint honours and getting the qualifications while they were doing the course that they wanted to do, I, for some reason, because I got a dyslexia, apparently I'm incapable of doing the things at the same time. I have to do them separate. So they said, you've got to do these key skills, get these qualifications, and then you can do the course that you want to do. So I played the ball, even though I couldn't get a student loan. I had to do it while signing on because I didn't have a job at that time, which the job center didn't like, which caused me a lot of problems of getting my money restricted and all kinds of nonsense that I had to go through to deal with that situation. Went through that for a year, and then after the year was up, they said, no, we want you to do another year, not enough. That the year that they said I had to do, no, they wanted me to do another year of it, because apparently they get $2,000 for every person they get on this course, so using me to make money. So they want to do that, so it forced me to use some of my connections in Nottingham that I knew through people who do music to get me into a different university. And the only course that I could do was a sound engineering course, which wasn't really what I wanted to do, and I did it because it's the only thing that I could do, and I hated it, and I quit, and it ruined my education. And then I was still unemployed, still depressed, eventually got a job, and then 6 months into that job, because I criticised how the duty manager did the job, conspired against me to put all of the stuff in the small loading cages where you can barely move around and stack everything up so high that it's difficult to move and carry things around the shelves, and that caused the prolapse disc, and that basically ruined my health, ruined my life with all of the stuff that's in it. And that's literally been my entire life: bullied, being conspired against, nothing going my way, and people screwing me over.
Let's do
it's not
this.
really the same, because you could probably say that somewhere in your life you at least had somebody in your corner, or somebody on your side, or something that at least went your way, whereas everything went against me, every which way it could possibly go. And I didn't do a bad thing to anybody ever once. Anyway, saving the game, and that is the end of the stream, I think. Karma is just and always do the right thing. Yeah, but I haven't done anything bad to anybody, Locked On. So why is this karma affecting me when I've not done anything bad or hurt or harmed anybody? I've only ever been hurt and harmed, robbed, stolen, and conspired against, and I've not done anything to anybody. So your karma is clearly wonky and not working, Locked On. It makes more sense that people have just conspired against me, right? Yeah, but I haven't done anything bad. I've not done anything wrong to anyone, so how do you justify the karma? Oh, I've done the wrong save and the wrong file. Never mind. My karma does not exist. Twist is however you want. The creator and karma always knows the truth. Yeah, but I haven't done anything wrong to anybody, so what justifies this karma that you think I deserve, Loktar? Well, anyway, that's it for this game anyway, for Wicked Seed anyway. We'll probably play this again next Thursday as well, so like it'll be the regular normal stream on Saturday, Hunt Showdown, the usual stuff. I'm sorry for the this video that I said I'm going to do that's almost finished, that I haven't finished. I wanted to finish it today, but I had a bunch of issues with things not working that I got to return and stuff. So I kind of took the wind out of my sails today, and I just didn't feel like doing it to get it finished. But I am going to get this video finished. I just got to record a little bit and edit it, and it's basically done. And that'll be out. And then I'll be streaming on Saturday, Hunt Showdown, and then Tuesday we'll be carrying on with Demon Souls, and then Thursday we'll carry on with this. We'll see how this goes for a little while, see what happens. Eventually, Dustbloods will be coming out this year, and that's probably going to be a main game that I'm going to be playing. That's what I got the stuff to stream the Switch and all that stuff. So yeah. Starting area Tuesday number 2. That's right, man. We already got out of the starting area. We're in the second area, Loktar. We've got out of the first area, so we're not in the starting area, are we? Literally proved right. Literally went through like the whole first area without any issue. It's only because them squizzards, like these squizzards are super like random OP, and you gotta like solid snake your way through the level. Yeah, you got out of the tutorial and called the starting area the second area. No, it wasn't the tutorial. We already finished the tutorial. Because the tutorial was the first part. Then you go to the Nexus. And then I went to the first area and completed the first area and killed the boss with the Phalanx. And killed the Phalanx and then came out and then went to the second area. So I got past the tutorial, which is the starting area. And we did the first area. We did that. So we did the starting area and the first area. Or on the second area. We only went 3 hours. I know it's only a 3-hour stream. It's 6 till 9 on these days. I've got stuff to do. But yeah, I'll see you all on Saturday for Hunt Showdown for the usual stuff. And yeah, I'll catch you all then. Have a good evening. And somebody needs to have a word with the Demios and say, you need to sort this karma out, mate, because it's going completely bonkers. Because this dude is getting all kinds of shit put on him, and he hasn't done anything wrong. So Loktar, you need to get on the phone, innit? Get on the phone to the fucking Demio and say, this is bullshit, what's going on with Joe Blue, bro. You need to get on the phone, mate, and sort it out. Anyway, I'll catch you all later. In a peace, laters.